All right. Good morning, guys. We'll start opening the doors up. We got Tradingology.com's trading room we are in June now. Welcome to June 2nd, 2020. Good to see you guys. Special guest, Tom. How you doing, buddy? Get my chat open. So just because I see Tom and an iPhone in here, I don't know who iPhone is. Looks like the part of the news site is working because you found the link. Good morning. We may have a smaller group as people get accustomed to it, or they'll catch the recording after and they'll see how to get to these. And a nice little turnaround we got going on here. I know we've got a few people in the Slack channels that are long at the moment. I'm not actively trading at the moment, although there's a nice little move coming up. I would say watch out for, well, there's not a ton to watch out for. Looks like it's having trouble fighting through that one moving average there. Adjust some of my signals down here so we can see how big these bars are. See how we bounced right off that on the 5 minute. It's just got to fight through it sometimes. There we go. Now I can see those better. It's got a little traffic in the way. Let's see. And we're going to take a little spin around the new website. We'll see if Dave makes it or not. I believe he was coming. I'll keep my eye out for him over here. Yep, he is online. He's probably in a trade or something, knowing Dave. And big move overnight, holding from last year, MGI. Talks of a potential merger buyout from Western Union is what I'm seeing overnight. So let me see if I can pull up that news article for MGI. Yeah, Western Union offers to buy MGI. Let's see what we got here. They've made an offer, so nothing for sure, but it's obviously affecting the price. Let's turn these guys off. Here we go at our fun favorite Seeking Alpha site. Western Union offers to buy them. Bloomberg's reporting. Deal will be the largest of the two U.S. providers. Western Union's also up 5%. So yeah, after hours trading there, I was looking, and this was up like 40%. This cracked $4 in the aftermarket trading here. And it looks like we took a big dive down. What time was that? Well, that's right at the change. So that's when they quit trading, and it opened up here. So 3 a.m., 4 o'clock Eastern. Andre's joining. And it looks like just with the whole market as we look at, we're strong. So this could be some profit taking, would be my gut feeling that anybody's still holding that bought in back here is probably taking their profits and dropping the price a little, and we'll see if it continues back up with the news. I still do have some, so have made back all that position that we had been waiting for earlier. It's all just a matter of timing. So we'll just keep our eye on that on the side. Looks like the YM's coming up to a resistance point here, so that might halt the runs for a little bit, and this one's still fighting through this moving average. We see those are strong. Once it fights through, so it's got some nice room up to 30.66 for sure. So that's a nice little trading window there. So how are you guys doing? Anybody not able to get into the new site? I knew I have a couple members that were new in May that I'm working out a wrinkle in that's going to get them fixed up. I have identified what the problem was, so we're going to get that fixed up hopefully today. But so that'll be fixed in no time. Anybody else? Anybody having issues coming on or getting onto the site? I think I saw one email just come in, so I will answer him after. But here it is if you haven't seen it yet. This is our new home for Tradingology. So fresh new look. I don't even get Dave's input. I know he said he likes it, but it's always good to hear him live. So I'll have to talk to him a different time unless he comes on shortly. So this will be where you come now to log in up here in the top right. Just to give you a brief, we just talk about what we're doing. This is real stuff, how we're a little bit different. New members want to join, they can do so there. And speak of the devil. Here comes the founder of the hour. Good morning, sir.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Had a little trouble finding the link.
Well, see, that's why we're talking about it then. We're going to help you not have to find the link anymore.
Okay. I finally figured out I should have gone into the Slack channel, but anyway.
That's all good. Today's a learning experience for all.
Yeah, the site looks great though. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, I was just going to cover it quick. We went over, looks like a little merger talks of Western Union and MoneyGram, so we can swing back to that if you want.
Yeah, so it's only a rumor right now. I mean, on the news, MoneyGram shot up, she's almost 100% yesterday. Went from like 250 to 450 overnight. And we pulled back a little bit now, I guess.
Yeah, so I was speculating that this is probably some profit taking for anybody that was still in the position for a long time. If they saw this bounce up and open up at 3.8, they're probably selling off and taking their profits if they were holding for that long.
Yeah, especially since it's just a rumor. I mean, there's supposed to be some sort of insider who's kind of leaking this. I'm not sure if that's valid or not, but we'll see. We'll see. So, I mean, I think for me, I already have some shares of MGI, of course. I've been a holder for a while now. When it was up around 250, I bought some more when it was down to about $1.20. But if it's a real takeover offer, we should see something roll out here pretty soon, especially since it's already been leaked.
And what would you expect to see, or what would you speculate on seeing?
I don't know. It's tough because MoneyGram's business was hit really hard with the pandemic here. A lot of their locations have closed down, so they're doing online work, but it's only 18% of their revenues, and they have $878 million still in debt. So I don't know how that would work out if they're going to buy out the debt, if they're going to take on the debt. Western Union is valued at, a few $1 billion, so I guess they could take on the debt, but I don't know how that would work out. If I was valuing it, maybe $9-10, something around there. Just a wild guess on my part, guys.
Sure.
But the way I would play it is with options if you're not already in the stock, and just buy some long-term out of the money call options that are fairly cheap at this point.
Definitely. Right on. Cool. Good morning, Asham. Good to see you. So for those that haven't seen it yet, I'll do a quick spin around here. And this is our new home, as I was just getting to, and the day came on. So we wanted to make sure you were up to speed. So just talking about who we are, what we're doing. Obviously here, this is actual real strategies and research that we use. You guys know it, you're in the room already. So if you have anybody that's looking at it, this will give them the information. Then I will be adding to this. I'm going to put videos up to give people some introductions around what do all these courses mean, but I at least wanted to get the bare bones out and the framework out. Appreciate you guys for your kind comments that I did use you guys as references. So it's just the base page. And then we'll go on to that. So up here is where you get into your login. And the courses, I'm already logged in with one of my test accounts. So you can see exactly what you're going to look at. The on volatility is open for people to take a peek. So that is a nice little thing to people to review. If you haven't seen it yet, it's right there front and center. I should say front and left. But the trader resources member downloads is where you're going to get things from where we used to have that downloads link. This is where the trading room link is that we're in right now. So that's where to find it. If you're not in the Slack channel yet, here's the link to join our Slack channel. Jump in there. And then I will be posting more things for books that we use, other resources in this page. So look for this as a general resource setting. And then if I go back to the courses, I do have it carved up. We have a new notion of gold and silver memberships. I should have covered that quickly. Let me go back to the front page. Whereas what you've known as premium and premium plus, we're kind of rebranding to silver, gold, and elite. So you guys that are already members are already, you get the benefit of getting access to what I'm calling like your grandfathered into the gold, where you have high level mentoring 1 and 2, the VA Masterclass, MES Masterclass. These, the HLM 1 and 2 used to be part of the old premium, which is now part of the gold. So you guys get that benefit of being, you know, early adopters in the Tradingology program for a few years here. And going forward, that's going to be part of the gold. And then elite, as you guys know, is the same as before, where it's including all courses and the full market timer, the complete market timer system with all the indicators and studies. So that's just those 3 options there. So we're silver, gold, and elite now for the main courses. And that's when you see them in the courses, that's what's correlating to the colors now. So we see the gold is for the gold. The blues with the all members are for everybody that's members. So that's why we have the resources in there. And we've categorized those now down into each section. The recordings will be populated into, I'm breaking them up by year, and I'm slowly but surely migrating over all the videos. So if you want to look at our previous videos and where I'll be putting these after they're up on the site, is that you'll come in here and you can expand out the months. So all of May is currently up, so you can grab all of last month's recording in here. I do have the chat saved in there, so you can download those. So you can correlate anything we're talking about at the time. So they can expand out, so you will be seeing the previous ones populate over time. And eventually you'll see a 2019, a 2018. So they're all coming. It's just a matter of moving all the data over. And we'll leave it off as, so in all the silver classes, obviously, everything's in there. 3-legged box spreads, the gamma scalping, that's fantastic to do. So all your different ones, you can still go in and now easily find them instead of trying to find different posts throughout it. If you want to break it up, you can say, only show me silvers. We can show you that way, or only golds if you're looking for that, as these may grow over time. And then once you jump into them, again, I will be updating, you know, making it a little bit prettier with pictures and up here, whatnot. But I didn't want to make you guys wait for the final cut, you know, get it out to you as soon as I could. Whereas you'll see when you get into these introductions, this is where you see the first setup videos where we covered everything. So these are all in here. You can still comment on everything. Then you can get a feel for where you are and what you viewed. So it'll keep track of your progress for you. So you can see, hey, yep, I already did that. I need to start on this day, so you can see where you are at in the course. Same thing goes up in the main section if I pull back. So you got what we call like the breadcrumbs up here. So you can always see where you are if you want to come back and relook at it. You know, let's look at it. I was on day 3 or 4. You can see there's where I had the fun audio day on trading day 3. So that's kind of the overall course section. Come up to the breadcrumbs, look at the top catalog. Then to get back to the main site, you can just hit the icon at the top, and that'll bring you back to the front page if you need to. So the member login is your main one where you want to go. So that's your quick drive around, and I'd love to hear your feedback if you like it, if you hate it, or so far so good on most things.
I just have one question.
Mm-hmm.
Are all the photos in there? Did you take those?
Some I did, some I did not.
How about the one on the login page?
The login page. Oh, that one. Nope, that was a stock one back here.
I was wondering, you got a lot of stuff on your desk.
Yeah, that is not my desk.
I was wondering what the beads were for, but okay. Anyway, in the maple leaf.
Yeah, that was the stock one I found.
I mean, you're close to Canada, so the maple leaf makes sense, I guess.
You never know, right?
Yeah, you never know.
I'm not a Mac user, but I don't know about the BlackBerry here. That's kind of fun, but exactly.
Yeah.
Got it. So there's where you guys will log in.
Cool. Yeah, I love it.
So there's our brief drive around.
Yeah, I like it very much.
I should call it Tradingology 2.0.
Yeah. Or the new Tradingology or something.
There you go. New to everyone that's never seen it before. All right.
So yeah, so interesting markets. I posted in the real-time update service the target for the Dow futures that I'm looking at, which was based on the price action profits methods, just an update here is you can grab that if you want. It's at 26,384. So I think we got a little bit more on the upside to go. And then I'm looking for a really, really big downturn. Big downturn. Yep. Probably worse than we had in March.
I was just seeing another article last night as well that I saw that someone's predicting that worse than the first one, right? Down to like 17. I've seen a few people talking about. I don't know if I can find that article again or not.
Yeah, there's such a dichotomy between the real economy and what's going on in the stock market. It's just insane. And so those kind of divergences between real economy and you can get by as long as there isn't any, as long as the bond market is supporting stocks. As soon as the bond market begins to smell that the Fed will continue to print unabated and unchecked. See, this is the biggest thing right now worrying the financial markets it's beginning to surface, but it hasn't really been talked about. And most of the CIOs and the CFOs and the ones that I read in their blogs are totally unconcerned about the stock market. They just believe that the president will support the stock market because he's using that as his measurement for getting reelected. If the market's up, he'll probably get reelected. If it's not, and Biden becomes president, if there's even a hint that Biden can become president, we'll probably see the biggest sell-off we've ever seen so far.
Yeah, I think that was part of the articles I was seeing that you're referring to as exactly that, where the executives are saying, yeah, there's not good signals ahead and they're not seeing good stuff. I wish I could find that right now, but that's exactly what they were referring to, so I could show you guys some of that.
Yeah, this is unprecedented in what we're seeing, and I think that they think, okay, this is the way the economists who are advising the president think, is that if as long as the stock market stays up, the economy will be okay. And they saw the 1929 crash as the reason why the economy declined. And so their backward kind of analysis is that as long as the stock market stays okay, we're good to go. And that's going to be fatal, I think, in the end here. Hey, Tom is in the room. Hey, Tom. What's up, my friend?
He got his, we don't tell his assistant that he's here.
Okay.
They'll come tracking him down.
Yeah. Doing good, Tom. Very, very good. Hope you are as well. Hey, Sean, good morning. Yeah, so we got some really interesting stuff. Now, I have a couple announcements myself. Congratulations on your remake of the site. I think it's really, really nice. I love it. The Wealth Masterclass is tomorrow, 1 p.m.
And that's a new one, right? Because it was originally scheduled for the 12th. Or was I wrong there?
No, I think you're thinking about May, because I didn't actually schedule one. In the download, it still had the May 13th, which was the last one.
Got it.
So tomorrow is the scheduled one for June. And it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a really, really good one. I won't repeat everything I'm going to say tomorrow, but it's going to be a good one.
Well, for anyone that was looking at that early trade we looked at up to 65, there it is. So you're going to see some more resistance right there. So if you took that little one I talked about, get out, take your profits. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was just a little in between the moving averages I saw before you joined, Dave, that I spoke of.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and you definitely want to get out on an uptick. So,
Yep.
Take that money and run. Crypto markets are starting to come back to life a little bit here.
Yeah, I saw we're 21, 22 moving up on the XRP last night.
Yeah, it's getting up there. It's coming up. Not the biggest performer. XLM is really killing it. It's crushing it. It's up 9.61%. Today it was up like 7% yesterday. They are adding, Bitstamp is adding XLM. I think that's the reason.
Very
I think
nice.
it's the first crypto asset that Bitstamp has listed in years.
Really?
Yeah, they're very conservative. Bitstamp usually only has like Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, Litecoin, XRP, maybe one other. They have a very limited selection there.
There you go.
Ethereum has been on a run, man, just incredible.
Well, there you go. You broke your 10. Is the wife cashing in?
Oh no, she got in at 9,600 yesterday, and she's holding on for dear life.
She's holding on for 100. Saw that article too. Someone's claiming 100,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, it could happen. I mean, who knows when it was down at $20, and you probably never guess it would go to 20,000,
Right.
but it did. So. Chainlink has been another one that's been on fire. We mentioned Link a few weeks ago, when it was down around 325, 350. And it's really been on fire. OMG added to Coinbase has been on fire. I've noticed that a lot of smaller coins have been really, really getting some bids. VET is up pretty significantly over the last few 4 or 5 days. Gaining about 6, 7, 10% a day. So it looks like when I do the search in TradingView for the total 2, which is the altcoins, it's really been moving higher. So we shall see, but this could be the beginning of a bull market, or it's just a little bit of a interim kind of rally. I think probably, in my opinion, we have not been in a bear market in crypto. We have been in a correction of a bull market. And so there's a big difference there. I think we're going to see higher highs eventually.
It's all a matter of time.
Voltaire says, good morning. Sorry if I missed your discussion on this. Anyone still holding MGI? Seems like it's selling off now. I am holding MGI. I want to see if this bid comes to fruition. If not, no big deal. My dollar cost average is about $1.80. So, hey, I'm good. Like I said, though, Voltaire, the way I would play it if I didn't already have a position is take a look at the options. So I would take some long dated options, and let me see let me pull up a list of options for MGI and see what's available out there.
We could.
I'd go out to January 21. Yeah, I would probably buy the $7 options for 30 cents. You could probably split that bid ask to 20, 25 maybe. Or even the $5 ones, I mean, for 35, I'd get you get 10 of those, you got 1,000 shares of stock essentially. Or you could do a bull call spread. You could do the $3 at $1.10 and sell the 5s maybe, or sell the 7s. I'd sell the 7s, I think, for 90 cents. Something like that. Not investment advice, just the way I would play it if I didn't have a position. Yeah. But see, what happened was the rumors came out, and now it's just like, yeah, I'd go out to 2021. I'd go out to the Jan 21.
Even January, you're thinking?
Yeah, because the prices are not that much. At the money is about $1.35, and you're actually paying the $3 at the money for $1.20. So it's cheaper to go out to January 2021.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, some good volume out there. Not bad. Looks like they're doing some bull call spreads too.
I like how it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
Yeah, 7, 10, 12. That's getting pretty odd. Market makers were like, well, what do we do?
Yeah, which one do you
Yeah,
want, guys?
what do we do?
Call them up, they'll let us strike for you.
Yeah.
Let's see what 2022 looks like.
Yeah, what does that look like? Yeah, it's still at 12, but
I guess that's where they start.
it's funny. The 7s are priced higher than the 5s. It's weird. Maybe it's
Yeah, that's odd.
just a very wide spread. 20 cents to $1.50. I guess anybody who's stupid enough to buy the $1.50s, they'll take the money.
Right.
But yeah, so that's what I would do. I'd go out January 2021, let it ride the year and see what happens.
Yeah. 20 cents for those, like you say, split.
Yeah.
15 cents.
Yeah, and if the bid, you don't have to wait to exit them in January 21. Let's say Western Union does do a tender offer for MoneyGram at $10. Well, those $10 options expiring Jan 2021, even if the tender offer comes 2 months from now, those things are going to explode in value. So, you could definitely get out early. I'd get out right on the announcement. I don't think I'd wait.
Right. Just trying to safeguard whatever gains I have. I'm trying to get a better strategy. There you go. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, there you go. So Hisham's going to use his profits to extend his knowledge with the PAP course. I like the way you think, sir.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a great idea. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned that tomorrow's wealth class, because I was like, it feels like it's time. So I went out there and looked last night. I'm like, is there one on Wednesday? I think there should be. I'm like, oh, I don't see it yet. But so I was maybe a half an hour before you updated it.
Yeah, and I guess I uploaded the last the May 13th download, last class update we had, and I forgot to put in the link for tomorrow, so that's what I did that this morning. So the link is in the portal now, and also the Wealth Masterclass, the entire course now is on Teachable. So it's easier, when you break it up into 15-minute segments, it's easier to kind of digest all of the lessons. And so you don't have to, if you download, those sessions, those 4-day sessions were like 3 hours long.
Yep.
So when you download those, where do you start? Where do you stop? If you close it out, you have to figure out where you left off. But with Teachable, you can go down, you can start in 15-minute segments. Finish that, and it will tell you that you finished it. So you can, go through it a little bit easier, I think. But yeah, a lot of interesting things here. We're up 200 on the Dow. So if on the Dow futures, so if we're getting close to my target,
We got through that line of resistance. Another one coming at 700.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and so 26,384 is only 900 points away. Only.
Only.
Yeah.
Well, you got that one sitting your way. A little bit of room till we get to 26. Oh, there you go. See, that's going to play with you right there. If it were to hit it today. That'd be a big move if that was today.
What's that?
I said that'd be a really big move if it happened today.
Oh, I don't think they would end on that. I think they're just going to creep it up to there, and then maybe the last 200-300 points will just shoot right up there and finish it off.
Or they'll wait till after night when less people are watching.
At that point, I bet 100% of my account on a drop. No, just kidding, guys. But I would say that that's the point at which I would start to look for short positions.
All right. Any questions you guys got? We're about 2/3 of the way through for today. been a fairly quiet bunch, but we understand. It is just coming off the weekend. And we're almost halfway through the year. How crazy is that?
How's your weather over there?
It's beautiful. We hit 90 degrees yesterday, so it's getting hot.
What the heck? We had 90-degree weather last week, like Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday it cooled down to 60.
Wow.
It's freezing out. That's why I'm wearing a shirt. It's like I can't put my polos on or my tees on.
I had to go with my old school bowling shirt today because I haven't seen my bowling guys in forever because they shut that down early.
Oh yeah.
So it's my old Tuesday bowling day, even though we would have been done or we'd have been finishing about right now, I think. Is when it should have been. So if my bowling buddies are watching, there you go. Shout out.
So you probably haven't been able to do any trading while you're doing these changes on the site, huh?
It's definitely been less. I had a quick one yesterday, nothing this morning. I was watching the room in the Slack channel. I see a couple guys cashing in. So it's one of those, I'll get the next one.
Hey, that's the beauty of the market. It's always there for you.
Yep. You only got so many hours in the day, and I was working a lot to get this one done, so I was happy to see it out there. So I hope you guys do enjoy it, and if there's troubles along the way, let me know, and I'll fix it up right away.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's beautiful.
Gary says he got the Nano S. Good job on that. Have you had any problems transferring your crypto? I have not had any problems with it. Says he's getting a message that the address is not correct. I have sent an email to the Ledger team, but no response. I don't know if Ledger themselves were going to help you. What specifically are you trying to do? Like, what's telling you it's the wrong message, Gary? Out of curiosity. Like, what piece of software are you using? I think you have to load up. Are you loading like the Ripple wallet, or I forget what they call it right now. I haven't opened it mine in a while since I'm just sitting and holding it.
Yeah, on the Ledger Nano S, you have to make sure you install the software, the app on the Ledger in order to get it, which you probably did. I took people on transfer. Who are you getting the message from, Gary? Who is telling you? Is it the Ledger that is popping up? Coinbase is telling you it's it's not correct. That is very weird.
Did you whitelist your address in your Coinbase?
Yeah, make sure you whitelist it because they won't send it to a address that's not whitelisted in your account. Then it takes 48 hours to get that whitelist complete.
Yeah, they changed the name of that. It used to be just called, I think mine still runs on the old one. The pause this guy for a second. Dun, 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 dun. Where's it going to show up? Yeah, the Ledger Wallet Ripple was the original little plugin for the browser that looked like that, but they've upgraded it since then. So I think mine still communicates on that, just locally. But yeah, definitely.
Go to your address book. Go to your address book and make sure that you have the Ledger Nano S in there.
If you want my address, let me know. Just kidding. There's my comedy for the day.
You can split it between me and Dan. I'll send you mine too.
Don't quit your day job, Dan. I don't know what my day job is anymore. Yeah, if you got any problems, Gary, shoot me an email. I can see if I can help you out. I will, if it's something basic. But let me know.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't think that. I mean, the address is once you have your Ledger Nano S set up. You know, and you got your phrases copied down and you install the app on your Ledger Nano, which is probably where you're getting the address from, then the only reason Coinbase would not send it there. Oh, the other thing too is that unless you put 20 XRP on your Ledger Nano S, it will not accept anything less than that. That's another potential problem.
I,
You have,
I did see that too. Doing
yeah,
some
if you're just testing it out and you're sending only one XRP to that address, it won't take it. It won't
good,
work.
yeah, good point.
Yeah, you got to do 20 to
At least make a viable transfer.
to activate your wallet.
Okay, he was trying 2,000, so it's not that. Okay.
Yeah. Huh, that's weird then. Yeah. Did you buy directly from Ledger, the company? Where did you buy it from? You did. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, check the whitelisting, the address book for Coinbase. That might be the issue. I think they're doing that for everybody now, just so you don't make a mistake sending it to the wrong address or something.
Or one of these scams that are out there. Send me 10, I'll send you 20.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Crazy people.
Any other questions, guys? So the only thing I'm thinking about in the market right now is the fact that we've got a lot of bullish herding on the spreadsheet. Volatility has remained relatively high. I think the VIX is still in the 30s or something like that. I think it's, yeah, I mean, the VXX is at 33. So volatility is still high.
I was noticing too, looking at that yesterday, is looking at the pipeline and the flow, how this started to go away potentially again, and we were running out of the fresh herding.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't get the update this morning.
I did not. This is from the weekend.
Yeah. So we got bullish herding in the first column, and then yeah, and look at that 44% in the third column of the pipeline. That's really, really low.
Oh yeah, that's how I was just starting to look. I'm like, yep, 44, 66, 71. Then we're going white. It was looking like another pivot point there.
Yeah, starting to pick up. See, empty vol. See, we've rallied like thousands and thousands of points. Empty volatility should not be run at 90 and 100 level. Should not. In AVS, the average volume per share should be way under the, in yesterday's update or this morning's update, it was 1568. So it's still above that 1500 level. It should not be there. Buy sell is up, so we're kind of waiting for that to start to drop a little bit. I think we probably won't get that until we
What did the swing signal algo change yesterday? I see it went to neutral.
Yeah. Yeah, it went to neutral, even though we have some bullish herding in there. So take all of the signals in, you know, you've got some bearish and some bullish. NP vol is bearish, average volume per share is bearish. We've got lows on the pipeline. We have bullish herding, which is the most important thing. It's full. So it may take another week before we start to see that thin out. Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the fresh one.
Yeah, otherwise we're bullish right now.
I'm curious to see. I just grabbed the fresh one since I didn't grab it yet this morning.
Yeah, Voltaire. I put the targets into the real-time update service, but it's at 26,384, 26,384 on the YM.
Oh, and it ticked back over to a green. That's interesting.
So little neutral to up. So we're up. See, that 27-day sum is at 2,000 plus 2,000, right? Typically, that was like always the area in which the market starts to kind of stabilize, and you start to look for a decline at that point. That's a lot. 3,000 is probably the highest it went back in maybe December or January.
Yeah, in the normal times.
In the normal, it hit 5,000. Jeez. You see, we sold it out. And see, when I look at it, I look at the 27 day sum and the buy sell signal. If I got oversold on both of those, If that's right around 3,000, and I've got a buy sell signal at 15, then I'm looking for a short position at that point. And the market did go down after that. So I'm kind of looking for the same thing again here. We're up around 2,000, 2,300. Let's see if we get to 25, 3,000, and we got a buy sell signal at 15. That's another good signal for swing traders. So if you're taking a swing trading position, that's a good position place to short. So that's what I'm looking for.
Perfect. And now we're in the chop of the day. I just saw a few people getting out. There we go.
Yeah, and it's
all the little tickers go off in my head. I hear people typing in the Slack channel, so it's like a squirrel. Squirrel. Tom feels my pain. You have to have like 15 different collaboration tools open, right? Link, Skype. What else we got? Slack, Zoom. So many ways to talk to people these days. One of each, right?
Yeah, it's incredible.
All right, we'll probably be close to a wrap unless you guys got any final questions. Again, if you see any things with the new site, give me a shout out. If I'm sure there's going to be a couple things I missed here or there, any funny typos, whatnot. Yeah, Teams is the new one. There you go.
Yeah, Microsoft Teams and Google Meetings.
Yeah, they changed it. That was the old Hangouts, wasn't it?
The old Hangouts. Now they got Google Meetings.
They rebranded it, you know. Or we can go to the way back and what was I was trying to think of those old just chat ones, messenger ones.
Oh, Messenger, jeez. Yeah. Holy cow. I never used FB Messenger very much, although there's one guy I have chatted with there who seems to like it. I don't know. But I never got into FB chat Messenger.
Yeah, Voltaire's asking, I said we're in a chop area. Can you elaborate? Yeah, so it's right around this time, 11 o'clock, we're coming up to in the East Coast, where traders are going to start to take their liquid lunch already. We're hitting some areas of, we're in kind of back and forth. That's why I just kind of call it the chop time, where it's the big moves are probably done for now, unless something weird happens where we saw the nice move up off the morning little, I won't call it a sell-off, but slight down movement where there was a nice move up. That was kind of your trade of the day and my hours. And then now we're just kind of chopping back and forth, down, up, down. We'll probably sit here, maybe move up, hit this, come back down, or that's what I just call the chop area. Just because based on the time of the day, we see everything's just kind of sideways here. Looks like tech's starting to make a little sell-off, so maybe something's happening there. Someone's cashing in on something.
Yeah, that's why I never trade past 11 usually. All the good moves are like really between 9:30, 9:40, 9:45 to 11.
And they'll do these things where, they're doing this now. It's like, oh, we're going to go short, and they'll probably run it back up because they'll get everybody in a short trade, then they'll take them out.
Yeah, because look at the internals are still pretty strong to the upside. They're not, I mean, they're dipping a little bit, but that's nothing.
Yeah. You got it. You're welcome, Voltaire. Happy to help. All right, gentlemen. Appreciate you coming out one more time. You know how to get a hold of us if you need in the meantime. And for those in the Wealth Master class, we will see you tomorrow in Dave's room.
Absolutely. Should be awesome.
Until Thursday, you know where to get a hold of the site stuff now. So there won't be daily things. So that's a nice little change too, right? Is looking at the site. You don't have to always worry about, hey, what's the new one? Because now you're going to come into the courses. You're going to see it'll always be the same one going on there with your link. So you don't have to worry about, so you could actually save this link. I'll probably only change them like once a month. And you don't have to worry about it under the covers. You see it down here as I mouse over it. But yeah, so it'll be the same one each time for Tuesdays and Thursdays. And as I added more resources, you'll see them there. So you don't have to worry about, there isn't going to be like the daily post like the old one had. So it's much more stable now and less work for me. I like less work.
Everybody does. I want to make the maximum money with the least amount of work.
There you go. All right, guys. We appreciate you one more time, and thank you, Voltaire. I appreciate that.
Yep, it is nice. It is very nice work, Dan. Good job there.
All right, Dave. We'll talk to you soon. As always, we appreciate all your knowledge, of course.
Absolutely. We'll see you tomorrow and Thursday again.
All right, guys.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.